Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nitya Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nitya Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamur Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadilakshakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Nama. Facebook and many other social media platforms, I welcome all of you for today's Parashakti Akash readings, where we are celebrating the Navaratri festival. So what will you learn today? You will be learning about Navaratri, the celebration of the divine feminine consciousness. You will be learning why the divine energy, Devi Parashakti, has incarnated again in modern age. And you will be learning about Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who has come down as the and how you need to prepare yourself to experience the space, his space inside you. And as the cosmic feminine consciousness, Parashakti, liberates you, bestowing her supreme knowledge, she bestows her completion through worship, and Devi Parashakti is worshipped by all the gods and the goddesses of Kailasa. In the Chandi Homa, all of Kailasa requests her divine presence to bestow upon you. And through her exercises sincerely, with delayed gratification, with the space is the best receptor. And the ideologies that you carry, Maya Kosha, the mind sheet, and the Vijnana Maya Kosha, the intellect sheet, are too important for this experience. Thus, each segment is designed to work on each kosha, recommended that you attend the complete program for the best experience. And now, with that, we will move to the next segment of this program, where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. So today, the Balasins, the Nithyananda Yogis, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, will be manifesting and demonstrating the powers of third eye awakening and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation, the third eye awakening, and various other powers, the blessings and grace of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. Body scanning, remote levitation. Some of you might be wondering where exactly third eye is located, how it works. So the third eye is the cosmic browsing center located and see through the third eye just as you eyes. understand more about what are Shaktis, how exactly these Shaktis work, and how Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Are described as a system, a method and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And the Shakti is manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine terms these as any type of external manifestation. And you might be wondering that Shaktis and Siddhis are the same, but Shaktis and Siddhis are actually not the same. The divine Guru and are source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, and the case of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and the Yakta, the manifest existence. He performed acts of Shrishti, which is Graha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His divine holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva and representative of Paramashiva. It is the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation, and the cosmic modern sciences. And it was where the science of power manifestation, enlightenment, and many more spiritual sciences was lived and taught as lifestyle. And for the first breaking pace, which is never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge is passed down, and the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught into these sciences to revive disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha. So now let's see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis and how can you manifest these Shaktis yourself. The supreme point of Hinduism, every ultimate truth, jnana, is wrapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests
transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being.
Watch a short video on how the science of Diksha works.
Through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratri states, Sarvasamapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and Devi Diksha Vihinasya na Siddhihi na cha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy, a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens non-mechanical parts, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation of exclusive programs conducted at the Ashram Nithyananda.
Yes, so that was a wonderful video on how the science of Diksha works. Now, let us see how the science of power manifestation is authenticated in Manas. So, the first is the Shastra Pramana. which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified the sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the life of the Supreme Lord of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. And then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So now let us see what exactly are the Vedas and Agamas. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the applied technologies sciences are expanded. The Agamas, the Veda Agamas, are given the status of Shruti as their directly Pramana. So now, let us get ready to a very exciting demonstration of the power of third eye after we go through the Pramanas for the first power, for the powers. So we will be first witnessing the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. And the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place attaining the space of oneness. And the next is the Apa Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. So Arjuna can behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, Na tu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva kshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. So in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this comes from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana, where
inside and outside broke.
Swami's own words, Swami shares. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me. Above me, the whole 360-degree tended that as me. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And all of you here can see that study measures were done on the brainwaves Supreme Lord of Hinduism himself using a PET scan, a positron emission tomography. Measure that when doing daily activities, there is high activity in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active, and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening in the initiated disciples of the Supreme Lord of Hinduism. So this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for our enrichment and consciousness that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And the Supreme Lord of Hinduism is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences to the world through initiation, Diksha. And everyone who has experienced these powers and who have been initially witnessed and experienced these sciences and profound results in their Sakshi Pramana, the life power of third eye. Yes, so now let us get into the live demonstration of this power. So here with me I have this eye band, which in front is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back there's thick black sponge, which will not allow any clutter around the eyes. And this eye band will be put on my eye by a volunteer. And once it is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comment section in the live YouTube comment section. And you can put anything that you would like me to read, and I will be reading it through the third eye. And so all of you can see the eye band, so they can have better sleep. So now this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer, and all of you can see as it is being put on. It's little, it, can you sense it? You can see I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put. And now, and any of you watching us live, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section of Kailasa'S HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and we will be reading the comments. It can be anything that you would like me to read, a sequence of emojis, letters, words, sentences that I think I may not be able to read or pronounce. It can even be different languages. And you can also put random sequences of mixed things, emojis, letters, numbers, everything. Yes, so we'll be projecting the comments for all of you. So the first comment we have is from Mahajaranda Nanda, and she has put, please may I ask in the next segment for a possibility. It has manifested many times through various persons and various people. Today, readings. Today we will not be doing this power, but you can contact any of us, and we will surely be happy to assist you. And yes, anyone else also who would like to put in your comments, you can put your comments. It can be anything, a sequence of emojis, numbers, words, letters, anything. So here I have with me the Guaranteed Solutions book, where Swamiji gives guaranteed solutions for all problems. So let us now open a page. I will be opening a random page in front of all of you, and I will be reading the contents of the page. So now I'll be opening a random page, and let us see what Swamiji reveals to us. Okay, so now let us read this page. So this is page 229. Page starts with a continuation of the previous page's para. So I'll just the previous pages, the starting of that sentence. So it says Tantra deals beautiful 1,000 years ago are found to be prevalent in biology today. In order to be complete, to be whole fix of our nature. So that is the first two paras on page number 228. And now maybe I'll be reading a para from, I'll be opening another random page, so all of you can see the book. And now I'll be opening another random page in front of all of you. Yes, so now I've opened another random page. Now let us read this page. This is page numbers 428 and 5. And it is the beginning of another chapter. So it says, the next chakra, black box. In Sanskrit, Agnya means will or order. The Agnya Chakra is known as the master chakra. This is an ego and it can be made to flower by innocence and intelligence and by Zoroastrian meditation technique. The Agnya Chakra is known as the chakra rider of all the chakras. This is such a significant chakra that there is no religion that has not worked on activating it. When the Agnya Chakra opens, the whole being enters into a different realm. The whole layer of faculties opens up. That is why all of you can see the screen. And yes, if any of you would like to post your comments, you can post your comments. And we will also be having the power of body scanning. So if any of you would like a body scan, you can put your names in the comment section. And will surely help you with the with the power of remote vision. So any of you watching us live right now, you can put in your comments and you can even put any page number that you would like me to open from this book. You can post a specific number that you would like me, a page number that you would like me to open. Ma Mahajalista, if you would like, we can do a body scanning for uh, your friend's father. If we have a consent, we can do a body scan. And yes, we actually have another comment from Ma Nitya Nithyananda who has put page 59. Yes, so now Ma, I'll be opening page 59 before we move to the next and read before we move to the next power. So now I'm on 506, 324, 214. Okay, so there's actually a story in the end of the page. There's a story and master's lessons. A man next to her was an expert pianist and was playing a song by himself. The little girl walked over and watched him play for some time. Then the next page, on page number 60, the story continues. She finally asked, "Sir, do you by any chance have more fingers than I do?" And then it in brackets has laughter. So all of you can see on page number 59, the last. And yes, if anybody else also would like me to open any specific page, you can put your comments before we move on to the next power. Okay. So now into the next power, the power of body scanning. I now the volunteer to remove the eye band. Yes. So and now we'll be moving to the next power, the power of any type of illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues in the body, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. And the best part is through the third eye, we can also provide solutions. So now let us go through the pramanas for the power of body scanning. So the Sukshma Sukshmatarani cha Tattvani Yani Nilayam Dhyatvante causes deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body Swadeha or of the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such stressful awareness, one becomes complete from all that universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti's Pramana, which comes from the life of a Siddha. So Teraya was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from there's a small Teraya, a type of frog sitting in the person's brain. Agastya immediately instructs Teraya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. The next Atma Pramana for this power of body scanning was revealed on paraphrasing his words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems in my findings. And here you can all see the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences, results of the external meditation. Here are just a few, but thousands around the world have shared their experience and power of this power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be doing a body scanning for you. You said, but I heard about contacting you. Yes, Ma. So as you have asked about your friend remote vision, so you can today we power of body scanning and help you. So you can contact any of the Adinavasis or the power manifestors and we will be able to help you to do the remote scan for your father's friend. So Mom Nithyananda, I hope the audio is clear now. I apologize for the technical journey. Yes, Aina Zavotintaya has now asked how to remove heavy metal and amyloid plaque from my brain and what can scanning for you. Yes, so Aina Zavotintaya, what I was able to see for as that heavy metal and amyloid like from the brain, I was actually able to see that you have to and also so actually by you doing Shirsasana, the blood flow and the blood circulation in the head will happen more better and that will actually help in removing the heavy metals and your whatever is there in the brain will get healed. And I was also able to see that you should especially in the nights you should play like the Mahavakya in the background. Just it doesn't need to be in a very high volume, just in a low volume nearby in the see that throughout the day you will be more active, more alive, and you will be able to, and you will be able to start cognizing whatever is good for you. Satsangs where Swamiji has spoken about the 25 states of consciousness and more. So this is what I was able to see for you, Arya. Just in whenever you sleep low, like in whichever wall, a bit, you just be able to hear it lightly. That's it. So you can play it in that circulation and the blood flow in the brain. So this is what I was able to see for you, Arya, and as a voting Arya. And yes, so if anyone else also would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the comment section. And Mama Hajar Nisla, you can reach out to any of the power manifestors or the Adinavasis, and we also will reach out to you and I'm happy to help you to do the remote scanning your friend. Let us move to the further segments of this program. I thank all of you who have joined us today for the power manifestation segment. And you, anyone else also who would like a body scan or any other power body scanning, and you can see the science of power manifestation and all you also various other sciences that we are sharing with the world, that Kailasa is sharing with the world. And now with that, let us move to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning how Devi Parashakti has come down to save the world today. So let us look at the world today and the way. An additional 0.002% of population is getting infected by COVID-19. The facts are that the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 is, as of 554 CEST, on the first, new COVID-19 cases have risen to more than 150 per day in the United States, and an average population increase per day is 174 million, almost 170. So the rate of those getting infected is almost on average rate of the population. The status quo world population used to decline in 170 years, which is only 3 generations ahead. So the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 is 3%, is about 3% of the world's population and is daily at all times. Vaccination not known to be the solution or available at any timeline for the world is increasing day by day, is 126,062% of the world. An average death, our understanding that the population growth per day and the death rate are moving at the same rate, we are looking at the human civilization regenerations. Now let us see the need of a global solution that works across all national policies. So here you can see the situation of the WHO region. So you can see in America, 89 million confirmed cases, in Europe, 70 million confirmed cases, in Southeast Asia, in Eastern Mediterranean, 15 million, Pacific 8 million, and in Africa 6 million confirmed cases. From the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that we are on a crash course towards catastrophe if global temperatures are allowed to rise. And the window to slow or even halt some of these worsening impacts is rapidly closing. Government's guidance, guidelines, and regulations. But even if this is done, the effect on our survival needs like food, clothes, shelter, and so what is the karma that caused COVID-19? In a verse from the Brihadaranya Upanishad, the fourth Adhyaya, fourth Brahmanam, fifth mantra, it defines karma in a verse, and it says, Yatakari yatachari tata bhavati sadhukari sadhu bhavati papakari papi bhavati punya punyena karmana bhavati papa. The translation for this verse is, as it does it and acts, so it becomes. By doing good it becomes good, and by doing evil it becomes evil. It becomes virtuous to good acts and vicious to evil acts. And here you can see how the mental health prescriptions and another of thing that is part of now have actually become extinct, stopping the idea that the whole planet Earth belongs to only human race. God that we share the world with others. So let us set a trend, moving to a nature-based lifestyle. Let us now set a trend of moving to a nature-based lifestyle. And let us stop torturing and killing animals. And let's drop the idea that planet Earth is exclusive of pain and suffering. So when you kill animals, when you keep the livestock and kill animals, you not only disturb the environment, but you disturb the ecosystem as well by releasing so much pain and suffering. So what is the permanent solution for this pandemic? As per Hinduism, the purpose of the world, the primary principle of the universe is let us all coexist and survive. Ahimsa paramo dharma, done from anger, lust, pride, jealousy, and delusion. And let us start living the lifestyle of upper. And actually, every crisis that humanity faces, Hinduism has found solutions. Hinduism is the religion which has seen at least 5 complete wipeouts of the planet Earth and the wiping out of the civilization. And we have the knowledge, we have recorded and documented every time when the civilization was wiped out and how it was rebuilt. So the first time when the population, when the world, the civilization was completely wiped out from the Asura Hayagriva who had stolen the Vedas and Agmas. And during the manifestation of the universe in the form of a fish, the Matsyavatara, and landed on planet Earth to give back the Vedas and Agmas to Lord Brahma after getting it back from the demon Hayagriva. And the next is after the great deluge, Bhagavan Vishnu brought Manu's boat and the Vedas and Agmas and the whole thing, and he restarts the civilization. And that is why the Pandya kingdom has from there to the whole Pandya. And the third time was during King Ravana's reign, where over 7 crore people, 7 crore of the population was eliminated, was destroyed. And it was at that point in time that Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu incarnated to save the 54 deshas from the evil reign of the king. And this is detailed in the Ramayana. And the fourth time is when King Duryodhana led the world to a nuclear collapse and Bhagavan Shrine. And the fifth time is when Bhagavan Mahadeva, Bhagavan Paramashivoham, the city of Mother to protect the city of Varanasi. And he says, I will hold these during the great deluge. I'll hold these guys at the tip of my Trishula. And in the Upanishads, Rishis celebrate the happening of the incarnations who come down to liberate people from crisis. They sing, ha, 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 ahamannam, 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 ahamannado, ahamannado, ahamannadaha. The individual souls from the bondages through knowledge as Acharya. And Paramashiva is reaching out to the bondages through initiation. The Shakti Pada and Shakti Nipada is the Guru. And Paramashiva reaching out to individual souls and intervening in their karmas, altering it, reducing it, and even deleting it. Changing the happenings of the past, present, and future is the Leela, that is the incarnation. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna also promises of how incarnations happen again and again to give a superconscious breakthrough, and he promises, Yada, whenever there is a decline in individual consciousness, the collective unconsciousness increases. To establish the righteousness of the eternal consciousness, the science of my eternal bliss, Dharma samstapanarthaya. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Sambhavami yuge yuge. And that, let us now learn, saw how the world is today and how to move forward and how Hindus, the 5 times when the entire civilization, Parashas are celebrating during this day, during the 9th day of Navaratri. Let us celebrate the happening of Devi Rajrajeshwari. Let us learn about Devi Rajrajeshwari. So Parashakti, Parameshwari, Rajrajeshwari is the ultimate Devi Mahatma. The Sri Devi Mahatma says, Ekaivaham Jagat Yatra Dvitiyaha Mama Para, which means I am the only eternal power in the world and none else the second. So therefore, all these different of Jagannatha, and that Jagannatha takes form as Devi Saraswati, form of Devi Mahakali, Chamandi, during the time of destruction of incomplete people. And she takes the form of Durga Parameshwari to make her devotees to get rid of all the fears. She takes form as Devi Meenakshi to bestow boons for career and leadership. She takes form as Devi Brahmachari to service. Devi Kamakshi to complete. And in the Devi Mahatmyam, in the 11th chapter, verse 55, there's a verse that beautifully says, Ittam yada yada bada danavota bhavishyati tada tadavatiryaham karishyam yari samshayam. And the translation for this is, whenever trouble arises due to the advent of demons, I shall incarnate and destroy the foes. And Devi Rajrajeshwari, the royal and supreme goddess. She is the most splendid form of the cosmic mother and the merciful and protecting cosmic energy. When Paramashiva did not assume a body, but Parashakti of the union of Parashakti and Paramashiva. And Devi Rajrajeshwari sits on the throne holding the Ikshukanda, the sugarcane, in one hand and giving blessings to devotees with the other for no fear. And without self-realization. And her 3 eyes are the sun, moon, and the fire, representing the 3 triads in creation. And her crown is decorated with the crescent moon and is the symbol of the divine delight, by which she binds the whole creation. And the gourd is the symbol of the power of knowledge, and it is the which the whole creation is spurred into activity. And the sugarcane stem depicts the mind principle of man, and the 5 flowered arrows, the source of the 5 elements. And the scriptures ascribe her to be Sina upon Sadashiva, the cosmic consciousness, whose legs are Lord Brahma, Lakshmi, and the goddess of learning, Devi Saraswati. And she is depicted to be worshipped by all the 330 million devas and the Lord Ganesha and Subramanya also. So now let us see Devi Parashakti's divine Leela. So in the Devi Mahatmyam chapter 12, Shloka 37, there is a verse that says, Tvai tanmohyate vishvam shaiva vishvam prasuyate saya chitta cha vijnanam tushtaridham prayachati. And the translation is, this universe is deluded, and it is she who creates the universe. And when entreated, she bestows supreme knowledge, and when propitiated, who bestows prosperity. So today let us meditate on the hymns on how she protects us being how she protects us beings from the hands of pose and dissolution. So through the mother's grace, Bhukti Mukti Pradayani, bestower of worldly enjoyments and liberation. Third and fourth verses say, O Devi, you who remove the mother of the whole world, be gracious, O mother of the universe, protect, O Devi, the ruler of all that is moving and unmoving, bottom of the world, because you subsist in the form of earth, by you who exist in the shape of water. And this, you are the power of Vishnu, source of the universe. By you, all this universe has been thrown into an illusion. Become gracious, you become the cause of final emancipation in this world. And the further verses say, when you have been of the enjoyment and liberation, what word, O you who abide as intelligence in the hearts of all creatures, and bestow enjoyment and liberation. Salutations be to you, O Narayani, who have the power of creation, sustenance, and destruction, embodiment of the three gunas. Salutations be to you, O Narayani, O you who are intent on saving the dejected and distressed, that take refuge under you. O you, Devi, who remove the sufferings of all. Salutations be to you, O Narayan, O you who are intelligence and Saraswati, O best one, prosperity, consort of Vishnu, dark one, nature, prospicious. O Queen of all, you who exist in the form of all and possess every might, save us from error. May, may this benign countenance of yours adorned with three eyes protect us from all fears. Salutations be to you, O Katyayani, terrible with flames, exceedingly sharp of all the asuras. May your trident guard us from fear. Salutations be to you, O Bhadrapali. May your bell that fills the world with its ringing and destroys the prowess of the Daityas guard us, O Devi, as the mother protects her children from all evils. Where Rakshasas and robbers exist, where forest conflagrations occur, there and in the mind mid-sea you stand and save the world. O Queen of the universe, you protect the universe. As the self of the universe, you support the universe. You are the goddess, worthy to be adored by the Lord of the universe. Those who bow to you themselves become the refuge of the universe. O Devas, I am prepared to bestow a boon. Choose whatever boon you desire in your mind. For the Deva said, O the Devi said, when the 28th age has arrived of the Avai Swatamanu, two other great asuras, Shumba and Nishumba, then born from the womb of Yashoda in the home of cowherd Nanda, and dwelling on the Vindhya mountains, I will destroy them. And again, having incarnated in a very terrible form on earth, I shall slay the Danavas, who are the descendants of the Viprats. And was the story of the Leela from the Devi Mahatmya. And we have to worship Devi Parashakti to grace us and save us. We make unconsciously. We make thousands of decisions unconsciously in a day, whether it is thinking or talking or doing. It is done unconsciously. That is the reason we are not able to connect the cause and the effect of many of the things that happen in our lives. We always think that we have been dished out unfair results. We have more karma. There is a way to again and again remind ourselves not to collect karma and to live without the influence of earlier incurred karma. The first step is to have a clear understanding that karma is powerless in the presence of an incarnation. So somewhere this karma chakra needs to be broken, and you need to be given a new energy, inspiration, understanding, and possibility. And if you're always stuck with this action result cycle, you will never ever be given a chance to taste the possibility. Possibility only when the divine intervention happens. Mahadeva, Paramashiva himself intervenes in your life in the form of the Guru. He assumes the form of the Guru just to liberate people from the karma chakra, give inspiration, joy, bliss, and cause miracles and enlightenment. And initiation means the ideas or knowledge of the clicks that brings you out of these depressive thoughts, that brings you out of the influence of your karma. Supreme point of Hinduism is who has come down as the Nijavatara of Devi Parashakti. Kailasa'S the Shyamala Pita Sarvangitam's rare and sacred lineage of pontiffs has been systematically carried over in an unbroken progression from ages. The chosen emissaries of Lord Paramashiva and Devi, who are the Guru Mahasanidanams of Kailasa'S the Shyamala Pita Sarvangitam, are the direct representatives of the cosmos. And on the 27th of April in 2012, Srila Shanasambandadeshika Paramacharya Swami was formally appointed 93rd Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kailasa'S Shyamala Pita Sarvangitam and is the lawful successor, descendant, and inheritor invested with all the powers, duties, and obligations to perform the rituals, spiritual. So now let us watch a short video on the mother.
The ancient town of Madurai in southern India boasts of a 2,500-year-old history of spirituality. Continuously inhabited cities of the world. Legend says that established by the cosmic mother herself, who incarnated as Princess Meenakshi, daughter of the pious king Malayadwaja Pandya. Meenakshi expanded her empire right up to Kailash in current China. But when she came face to face with the Lord of Kailash, Shiva himself, she recognized him as her eternal consort and dropped her arms to be companion for life.
Along with Shiva, also her kingdom for a glorious 160.
Madurai too fell to its powerful and Shaivism all but vanished from the sacred kingdom that once walked the earth. Child incarnation Tirunyanasambandar, one of the 4 visionary saints of Shaiva Siddhanta tradition. The story goes that as a baby, Tirunyanasambandar was once nourished by the milk of enlightenment from This child prodigy arrived in Madurai to effortlessly defeat the learned Jain monks with his wisdom, healing power, and Madurai Adinam and the Meenakshi temple, which had fallen to desolate ruins. Madurai Adinam is today the world's oldest living Hindu organization, with a recorded history alone spanning a glorious 1,500 years. Madurai Adinam has by the likes of Tipu Sultan, Robert Nobili and the poet Saint Vallalar of carrying forward the traditions of Tirunjana Sambandar's sacred work.
History of 292nd Pontiff Srila Sri Arunagirinath Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swamigal, guided by intuition and inducement by Lord Shiva, coronated a charismatic young saint as the 293rd Pontiff of the Madurai Adinam.
An accomplished yogi, a pragmatic social visionary, and an adept in mystical sciences. His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda is revered as a divine incarnation. Within weeks of his ascension of the ancient monastery, Annadan day, free medical camps, yoga classes, scriptural study, spiritual healing and meditation programs. The traditional Adinam now has a website and thousands participate in and spiritual talks via live streaming, and two-way vehicles are being restored to sanctity, and the neighboring villages are being adopted with basic amenities, education and medical care being provided. Holiness dreams of an authentic Vedic renaissance for which India has already waited too long.
Here, I take the commitment of making Madurai Adinam as an international religious organization. We will fulfill all the responsibilities of Madurai Adinam, make Hindu tradition, Saiva tradition alive, revived, lived, celebrated.
Generation turns to spirituality for answers. The change at Madurai Adinam mirror the changing role of spiritual organizations, centers and guiding forces, forging the enlightened government of the new world.
As the 292nd Pontiff, Sri Arunagirinath Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swami is the predecessor to the Madurai Adinam since 2009, 292nd Guru Maha Sanidhanam, the avatar, as his successor, the 293rd Guru Maha Sanidhanam. And in this video, this is the historic record of the Madurai Adinam introducing the successor as Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can watch this video available freely on YouTube at your convenience.
So here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, 93rd.
And here you can see various temples and monastery complexes, Kailasa'S enlightenment ecosystem that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working tirelessly to revive and reestablish to their original glory.
By his Guru Parampara on the 24th.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the international Sangha to revive Kailasa internationally.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism also founded the Adi Kailasa Sarvajnapeetham at the age of 2002.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the Adi Pita Sarvajnapeetham at the age of 24 in November 2002. At the age of 24.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has been coronated as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsha lineage at the age of 26 on the 31st of December 2004.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been declared as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam in the lineage of the Suryavamsha at the age of 26 in 2004.
Yes, we can. Yes, we are Paul declared as the head of various adinams around the world. So here you can see the Supreme Point of Hinduism as the reviver of the of various Sarvajnapeethas and various adinams. You can see the Supreme. The Supreme Point of Hinduism has also been coronated as the successor of the Kashi Sarvajnapeetham.
Mandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order, and the youngest Mahamandaleshwar at the age of 35. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atalakara, the oldest monastic order by Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sukdevananda, the age of 35.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has also been coronated as one of the Tanjavur Adinam at the age of 36 in 2014.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tiruvarur Adinam at the age of 36.
Of 36 in 2014.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also been coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Adinam at the age of 37 in 2013.
Dhanam of the Adi Pita Koldamata at the age of 37 in 2015.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 20,000.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also been revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world, and is read and watched by 1 billion followers of Hinduism. In Hinduism.
And Kailasa is the world's greatest digital Hindu nation with over 1 billion views. And you can connect with us on all the
has contributed in services and initiatives, including free vegetarian food banks, medical services, through various international agencies and bodies.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, including English, Tamil, and translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And you can see a few of these available online in English, French, and all of these are available freely online for anyone to download and enjoy. Tamil and
And over 20 million copies of these books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded by millions.
Pontiff has established the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million published, and over 20 million digital books.
Views on social media.
And the Supreme Pontiff is respected as a commentator of all the sacred scriptures such as the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and many more.
And the Supreme Pontiff has been recognized Hindu leader. And most recently, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also recognized by the Californian State Senate as the sovereign ruler of the sovereign nation.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been acclaimed as one of the
Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism
living personalities by Watkins Mind, Body, and Spirit magazine.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is a reviver of the sovereign order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and the Hindu diaspora, who are working for global peace and to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the essence plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems.
And is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sadvijnapitas.
Spoken about by various heads and leaders of various akhadas and mats around the world. And late Mahant Narendra Giriji Maharaj, who was the president of the largest apex body of Hinduism, Akhila Bharat Akhada Parishad, the group of 13 akhadas and over 2 crore sadhus, monks in India, welcomes the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as one day the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Swamiji is going to be called the Vishwa Guru, the Guru of the whole world. And he is going to be the spiritual guide for the world, and peace will spread in the whole world. People are not yet aware of the energy of Swamiji. In reality, Swamiji is the Swarupa, form of Bhagavan, God. And we are offering prayers not just to a Guru, but to an embodiment of Bhagavan. I am sure that Swamiji must have done intense penance, tapas, in his childhood, and merged into God, as a result of which he is expressing this divine power of God. And Sri Shantibira Mahaswami of the Koldamata, the oldest recorded falls into suffering and pain. Ishwar the divine himself does austerities, tapas, for their upliftment. Ishwar is the embodiment of the divine light. Nithyananda Maharaj is seated as the embodied divine light, spreading the world peace and serving the whole of humanity from India. Nithyananda Ji is a treasure house of jnana, sacred knowledge. Just like this, various heads and mahants of various akaras and mats have spoken about the supreme point of Hinduism and have. So now let us see Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam happening as a guru. In this next segment, all of you will be learning the happening of the supreme point of Hinduism as the guru.
Sorry for the technical glitch. So now the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is happening as a guru, where he's giving us the sacred secrets, the sacred knowledge of the Vedic tradition, the Hindu tradition. Yes, we apologize for the technical glitch. So let's now look into the Pontiff of Hinduism of the Hindu tradition, of the Vedagamic tradition. And the supreme responsibilism, that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's words on responsibilism. Life is an expansion. Whoever cherishes that idea, continuous expansion, then it will never end. You're entertaining death in your heart, Swamiji says. And he explains, increasing the speed of running is rest. Increase the speed of running. Make it into flying. It is rest. Reduce the friction. Because two things. If you want bliss, joy, peace, don't reduce the speed, reduce the friction. Just take off. Your body, mind, inner space, consciousness, go on. If you say, no, I can expand, make it into 24 hours and a few minutes extra and penetrate into time. Whenever you need more time, whenever you need to do more work, stop the time, complete the work, and allow time to move. An ordinary Indian housewife, Savitri, did it. She is not a rishi, a saint, a sadhu, Mahatma, Siddha, or yogi. No. She is an ordinary housewife in India. She did it. She told the sun, don't rise back. And the power of authenticity. God, listen, sun listened, and it is possible. Continuous expansive expansion is life. That is life. That is life. Oh, the Sansya Putraha. Break all the root patterns which makes you feel continuous expansion is not possible or not necessary. Continuous expansion is life. Authenticity is life. Live now just with liquid diet. Don't think you achieved something big. Move to the next level. Make the body more authentic to live. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Authenticity only in ending, all incompletions. You break the patterns, it is impossible. Even Ravana had only 2 patterns. So you're not worse than Ravana, don't worry. You may be having only a few patterns. Till you break that patterns, only it is a little difficult. Not after that. Not after that. There is nothing impossible. The skin and the identity, you are only after the skin. What separates your mind from the cosmic mind? Just the borders you made. I can do only this much. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. What is agitation? Not taking the responsibility for what you mean to others is agitation. When you don't take responsibility for your commitments to others, you get agitated, you get irritated. So let's now do a small internalizing exercise. The first, break that first. Complete with that pattern first. Complete with that pattern first. So step 1, look in and pen down which. Then step, pen down all the reasons that prevent judge. So let's take a few minutes for this process.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivam Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.